Coming up on this week's episode of Unpicked.
Now I'm not gonna lie, some things that you say, I'm like, and
you said Sam Smith? I'm out. Big facts, but she should have slapped you again. They give you money.
I'm gonna clout chase on my ex. Damn, you're being problematic. Reel it in.
Those kind of scenarios.
Surely that's against
like
the bro code, not me instigating.
I tell you who was in the wrong.
It was you.
She was in the wrong.
Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, damn me to the zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. Be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick.
Man's record.
Woman's recording. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, you do man's recording as well.
I'm not
Get
a
me?
man.
Everything's nah, it's all gender neutral now. You get me? So
No.
man don't mean man. Man
No.
don't mean man.
No.
Yeah.
No, because because that means that.
Yeah.
No, because that means.
You know how there's no more actor and actress. It's just actor now. you
Yeah,
get me?
because they're trying to raise the woman.
Yeah, so there's no man or
No,
woman.
on
it's
this
just
podcast,
man.
we old
Yeah?
school. Man, woman, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna call you bro though. You get me?
If you call me bro, I will leave this episode. I'll walk out.
Alright, bro. So
Swear.
what's good?
I'm ready to start recording. I'm ready to go. Don't play with me, bro.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong
I'm not
with
a man. I'm a woman.
I'm not saying you're a man.
Don't call me
I'm just
bro.
saying
I
you're a
don't
man,
like.
you
I
get
don't
me?
like it. Don't call me
I'm
bro.
a bro. You're a bro.
No, sis. I'm a sis.
No, I wasn't talking about being cisgender.
No.
And all of that stuff.
Nah, Venom. You know what I'm trying to
Getting
say.
confused.
Call me sis. Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Alright, sis.
Thank you. How you doing anyway?
Yeah, man. I'm good. Taking it in, enjoying the fact that like summertime is, well, maybe not summer, but you know what I mean. Spring is happening. The days are getting brighter. The cold is
Listen.
leaving. All of that.
Listen, I don't have
boy.
to wear a hoodie no more. Get me.
I still been wearing the hoodie.
That's you.
Still been. Listen, I'm not trusting it just yet.
Do you know what? I've
Wow.
not been feeling cute the whole of the winter.
Why?
Okay, so I've just accepted that I'm kind of a show some skin type of chick.
Mhm.
And when I'm dressed up in a hoodie all the time, that's when I feel like a bro.
Not
That could
enough
be
skin
why.
on show.
That could be why. Yeah, I don't feel feminine. I don't feel like my feminine self in a hoodie all the time.
What? Because you're covered up, looking all modest and that.
It's not. Do you know what? It's not even about the modesty, because I could wear something high neck and still be modest. But I guess what I'm saying is, okay, maybe not the skin, maybe not skin out. Maybe it's more
Skin out.
right. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's the baggy clothes and the hoodies and stuff. It makes me feel masculine.
Masculine.
Yeah, like I don't feel like my cutesy self. So
Feel like you can bench a little bit more and that.
right, I feel butch. Can I say that? And you know, since we brought out we've not brought the merch out, but since we started wearing our merch, I feel like it's not feminine. So it's making me rethink that, okay, the merch, we need to bring the sisters in. The girls have to get a little something. Can't just
So
be
we need
hoodies.
like a unpicked short skirt and that.
Maybe unpicked batty riders. I
Batty
don't know.
rider.
A little pom-pom short. I don't
knew you were
know.
gonna say little batty rider.
You know I was going to say pom-pom short, right?
What says feminine more than batty riders?
Right? Yeah. So I'm glad the sun's shining a little bit. The weather's warming up, because then I can go back into dressing a bit more feminine and not like dressing like I'm Venom.
Right.
And there's nothing.
Who said I
there's
don't?
nothing
Who
wrong
said
with
I don't
that.
dress? Who said I don't dress feminine
You
when the sun
don't-
comes out?
I mean,
I like to show a bit of skin.
it's true, because he does like to free the nipple. I've seen that on his stories. We have an Instagram page now.
Oh snap! Yeah, yes we do. We're Instagram official, guys.
We are
I know
Instagram
it's
official.
been a minute, but we are Instagram official with the Unpicked podcast.
We got our own Instagram finally. And I mean, it's kind of quiet, but we're going to post more content on there than we used to on our individual accounts anyway. And there's a lot of bloopers and stuff that you lot don't get to see. I'm actually thinking to post that on the Instagram.
Yeah, man.
We'll see.
You can all go on
Some
there.
extra content for you lot. But to follow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the scanning thing. What's that thing? The barcode.
QR code.
QR, thank you. Barcode, you know. Wow. I'm going to put the QR code on the screen right now so that you can scan it from there. And if you're actually watching us from your phone, that's fine. You'll find the link to our Instagram in the description box.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to do, baby boo.
Follow, man.
Yeah.
And share it with your peoples and be like, yo, this is that podcast I was telling you about.
Right.
But that guy, man, he's so funny. Oh my God. And then there's that girl as well. Yeah. That one.
Yeah, anyway, when you get onto the Instagram on the page and you swipe right onto all the posts that we've been tagged on, you'll see our previous reels are there. And you can decide who's funnier out of myself and Venom. Do you know what I mean?
Dramatic pause.
So yeah, guys, anyway, the Instagram and that, check it out, pre it. We'll probably put different content on there that we do on our TikTok. If you ain't following us on TikTok either,
Do the thing, man.
do the thing. Just support us. If you support us here, you might as well support us everywhere else. Talk about he's funny, okay.
Look at her, she's still holding it, boy. So I still got questions for you.
Oh, okay, let's go for it then.
Yeah, I still got a little bit of game time if you think you got the skills to take on a whole set of new questions.
Go
and
on
some
then.
new points.
Yeah, go on then.
Extend your lead since you was getting a bit, you know what I mean? A bit tense.
I wasn't getting
The way
tense.
the way I clawed back.
Technically, you haven't clawed back. Technically. You're still
well,
behind. So, yeah, go on.
Sweating. So let's see how you handle this week's questions now. You ready?
Yeah, here we go, Mr. Sneaky. Go on, go for it.
Game time. Okay. So, how does Sam Smith identify?
Mm-hmm.
Is it A, as male?
Mm-hmm.
B, non-binary? Or is it C, Batman?
Non-binary.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes. Go you. All right, question 2. Leonardo DiCaprio's newest girlfriend is how old?
Mm-hmm.
He is 48, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Is she A, 19? Is she B, 21? Or is she C, 23?
She's 23.
Do you know this or are you guessing?
She's 23.
Do you know this or are you guessing?
She's 23. Am I right or am I wrong?
I've got you as wrong.
Okay.
I've got her as 19.
Really?
But you said it with conviction. You made
Do you
me
know
feel
why
like
I said 23 because another podcast that I watched, they discussed it and they said 23.
I watched it and it said
Which
okay, we'll confirm this
do you know
one.
how many other podcasts I've spoken about it this week?
Yeah.
Question 3.
Question 3.
Yeah.
The BBC used a picture of which celebrity instead of Beyonce when reporting on her Grammy
Viola Davis
record wins? Oh, look at her though. Alright. Well done, you get that point.
Thank you.
Next one. Chris Brown
Yeah.
lost his cool after not winning the award for Best R&B Album of the Year.
That's right.
He lost to who? Is it A, Robert Glasper? Is it B, Robert Glasper? Or is it C, Robert Glasper?
Hold on a minute. How are you going to give me the same name 3 times as ABC?
Oh snap, is that what happened? Damn. So who beat him?
No, wait, hold on a minute. Am I tripping? Guys, hold on. Can you give me the ABC again for that?
A, Robert Glasper.
Yeah.
B, Robert Glasper. Or C, Robert Glasper.
Venom, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Why would you give me ABC the same person?
Who beat him? Yeah, who beat? Was it A, B, or C?
No. You're not doing this correctly, and it's starting to irritate me. Why is ABC the same answer?
Because there's only one person that beat it.
So why couldn't no? But that means you're giving me that point. That's not how I want to play this game.
Ooh.
I want it to be done fairly. So by you giving me the same answer each time, you're essentially giving me the point. I don't want you to give me the point. It was Robert Glasper, but the whole point of multiple choice is that I'm supposed to guess the right one out of the 3 options, not you give me the same option 3 times. That's why I'm like, you're right. Have you read the question right?
I've read the question right. Question 5.
Why would you do that?
Ellen May.
Yeah.
Featured on X Factor Series 11, which was 2014.
Okay.
As a part of a trio named A, She, B, Arise, C, The Ghettones.
Ain't got a clue. What the hell is the Ghettones?
It's spelled like ghetto and tone mixed together.
Ah. Let's see. Stab in the dark. I'm gonna go for C. It just sounds so weird.
Ghettones.
Yeah, it's probably wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It was B.
B.
Arise.
I didn't even know that she was in a group. Wow. Have you seen what SZA looked like before?
Yes, I was very upset by that picture. I was very upset.
I understand why she did it.
Nah, that upset me differently.
I understand why she did it. I get it. I also didn't know that she used to date my boo.
You didn't? That was the first thing I heard.
I didn't know that they were two.
I heard that seeing the new SZA.
I want to know, was that before or after she had the surgery?
That was probably before. Man.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, I think so.
Right, okay.
I don't think anyone's going to bump into the new SZA, and especially if you don't know, you know what I mean, that work's been done or whatever, and then think that you're going to leave that. She looks peng. I did not know that work had been done.
She looks very peng. I mean, you look at her body and you can tell that she's had something done to her body.
Whoa.
Her body it's a BBL body, but because the thing is with SZA, I think it looks obvious that she's had her body done, not her face.
I would say that it looks obvious that she's had her body done, but on a recent Instagram post, she said something that made me think that she was addressing that and was saying no, she hasn't had anything done. So I was like, oh, maybe she's naturally like that. But she could have just been lying.
No.
People say
her body, it looks obvious that she's done something to her body.
It's swollen.
Yeah.
It's just...
And also, do you know what it is I've noticed about BBLs, yeah? They never get the waist to hip. You know the bit where the waist and the hip connects? It always looks too, 90-degree angle. It doesn't look... Do you know what I mean? Like
hourglass,
curve, like gradual curve. It always looks. Do you know what I mean? So as soon as when I saw her in a bodysuit one time, I was like, oh, she must have she's had a BBL. I could tell that she'd had a BBL. Her face though looks like she's not done anything to it, but she definitely has.
Yeah, that face is not looking the same. Even her complexion doesn't look.
Yeah,
the same.
she looks lighter.
Yeah,
now,
but in a
I think in
a different way.
Yeah, the only person that has done a BBL, had their body done, and it looks natural is Summer Walker. So if I was to ever get a BBL, I'd be showing the surgeon Summer Walker. I'd be like, you see how the gradient is between her waist and her hip? That's how I want my gradient to be. If it's gonna be one of that 90-degree angle, half a triangles thing, I don't want it. I don't want people to know.
That BBL talk is mad. I've considered it. I know you've considered it. You said,
I've
but
considered it a few times. The thought comes to me every year.
no.
Just get a little something.
Why? Where does this thought come from?
It comes from being greedy. I'm not gonna cap.
Elaborate.
So I know that I already have I already know that I have thighs and I guess I've got a bum, but to me it's not big enough. And then I don't have a small enough waist, as small as I would like it to be.
So the big enough and the small enough.
Exactly.
What are these based on? Where?
Based on what I see on social media, I'll be very honest. So, the more and more that I'm seeing it, the more and more I'm like, okay, well, why can't I also have it as well? If you can afford to buy it, why not? What puts me off is I've never been under the knife before in my whole entire life. I've never stayed overnight at hospital for no reason, for whatever reason. So the thought of going under on anesthetic for them to cut me up scares the out of me. And that's what puts me off. And then the aftercare, the whole so for example, I've had certain piercings done and the healing process for that was long. That I felt like I've had enough of this. Why did I do this to myself? So going under the knife, I know that I'm just going to be, I'd have to be MIA. It would be the worst time of my life.
And how long is it roughly?
Healing.
6 weeks?
I think it's more than that.
10 weeks.
And then you got to wear that faja and all this and get all these massages done. You got to get loads of lymphatic drainage massages and stuff like that. No. That's what puts me off. That's what makes me go, you know what? God, thank you for what you gave me. You know that I know that I'm not going to go through with it because of what I've just explained. So let me just be here and be grateful with what I already have. Some people look at what I have and wish they had it. So I should just be happy.
I like that you said that you should just be happy because you still don't sound like you are. It sounds like
it's like a back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I love what I got, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, you really could have more hips. You could have more bum. You could do it with smaller waist. Yeah, it's a woman thing. There's always
I know it's a woman
something
thing.
we want to. There's always something we want to fix. Always. So.
Yep, I hear that, boy. I hear it and I see it.
I wanted to ask you, because this is episode 60, guys. Yeah. We've been doing this for a while. So I wanted to ask you, yeah. It's a thought-provoking question.
Go for it.
So in the whole time that we've been doing this podcast, yeah, what is the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself that you weren't aware of before you started?
I'm just gonna thought vomit. Is that what
I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, because I don't know, but I think I'll arrive somewhere after I start.
Go for it.
It's a really good question, though. I think that I've learned that I like to be challenged. I like to have my thoughts challenged. Even if it doesn't change my mind, I enjoy having my thoughts challenged. And doing this podcast has probably challenged me and made me talk about things I always want to talk about, but not necessarily would, because the subject's taboo or whatever. And if I did it in isolation, as in just by myself, even though I might still come to the same conclusion, I probably wouldn't put it out because I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? People will think this or people will think that. But in the same thoughts, being in conversation with somebody else and having their opinion either against mine or support mine or whatever it is, definitely makes me feel a lot less radical. I think sometimes when I think by myself, I think, oh, I feel like I'm mad radical. Like,
is that because do you think I'm radical? Do you think I'm radical?
I don't think you're radical, or maybe we're both radicals.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Some things that you say, I'm like,
Maybe I am radical. I don't know.
But I like it. I like it. It's what makes us different. It's part of the USP.
There's so many things in my past, like situations, relationship type things, entanglement things that like I am still. I think healing's a process anyway, but I think like I'm still healing from these different things that have acted on me in the past. Even now, all 10 years later, 15 years later, whatever, like you think, oh yeah, it's a thing of the past, and then you're like, here I am still talking about this. Like, wow. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? It's funny you say that because I think all of last year, all the relationship talks that we had, I kept talking about that big relationship that I had. And I think in one of the episodes, I ended up saying, guys, I know I talk about this person so much, but it's because I learned so much. I had to put that out there. But it made me deep it that, sis, there's bare things you can say about that relationship, but do you want to talk about that relationship? It's over. Like, yeah, so I get what you mean about that. I was doing the house cleaning as you do, and I was like, wow, what have I learned about myself? And it came to me also when I was editing last week's episode. And I was like, Dammy, you contradict yourself a lot.
I learned that about you for sure.
Yeah, I contradict myself a lot. I'll have one set of rules for one thing, and then you'd expect that rule to be the same consistently, and it won't be. It just changes. And you know what's funny? It shouldn't be a new thing, because in my early 20s, if you'd met me in my early 20s and asked me, oh, I would have been like, I'm a walking contradiction. I used to say it with pride because I knew that. But I was more talking about people assuming I'm confident and extrovert, but really I'm not. Do you know what I mean? So I was more referring to it in that way. But like, I think when I was when I was editing my comments around not going to Beyonce, but then here I am, I've bought tickets to go to Chris Brown. And it's like, sis, I speak so strongly about
but like your spirit and how it responds to...
and it's like, but sis, you're still going to a concert. And I know that I'm only going for my sister. But still, it should be the same rule for him as it is for Beyonce.
I mean...
Not even because of who Chris Brown is in terms of like what he's done, because obviously that's a factor.
You mean just because of secular music?
It's secular music, yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is this podcast has made me realize that I'm still a child of God. But I need to do better with my walk in my faith. That's the overarching thing I've learned about from this podcast. Because I'll be bringing my, God is love perspective to everything. Every episode, when you really deep it, the crux of everything I say is, oh, God is love. And I always stand on the fence.
Yeah, it'll be based
it'll be some sort of like in that ilk. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it'll be anchoring loosely
on. And then it's like, Dammy, pick a side. It's like, I can't, because everybody deserves, everyone deserves airy fairy. And it's like, but you're going to a Chris Brown concert and you're saying that Beyonce visited you in your sleep. Well, hello, like this, so it's really made me realize that I could be doing a lot better in my.
I don't think it's fair to say you could be doing a lot better. I think you know what it is? It's just your life prior to doing this podcast. You've probably never had your opinions on specific pivotal things documented. So you never have a point that looks like this is my stance on something. Because naturally we always change our opinions, but most of the time we don't have this printed thing that's like, well, yesterday you said this, if you know what I mean. But now you do. So now you're watching it, having naturally changed certain thoughts and feelings, and you're like, oh.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm an emotional person. And this one I know. I'm an emotional person, and my mood changes a lot. Like it fleets, right? So the week on week, my emotions change. So then my opinion will just change based on how I feel that day. So we could have the same conversation next week, and I've got a completely different viewpoint on that thing. But then I can't carry on living like that, Venom. I've got to stand for something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
So-
without being rude and without generalizing, even though this is a sweeping
Are
generalization.
you sure you want to say this on
I'm gonna say it
on air?
I'm gonna say it.
Because if it's negative,
Yeah.
if it's too negative about me, I might just.
No, it's not negative about
Okay,
you.
go on.
I was gonna say I think that is in a generalization kind of way.
Mm.
The difference between men and women is that like men would be like, oh, this is my thought. And they just want to live by their thought. And sometimes it's to their detriment because they just won't change. Because one day they said that the sky is blue. So now
Yeah.
from now on, it's blue.
Yeah,
I said
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that's it. And I think that a lot more of the time, women will actually allow their feelings to dictate how they feel about the sky. And that's to me, that's what the difference is between
A man and a woman.
And I think,
Yeah,
and I
you're
think
right.
we kind of are the extremes of that
Well, that's probably why.
this kind
That's
of
probably
vein.
why people say, "Oh, you gotta go because you the chemistry on the show." Is because you think like a man because you are one, and not that I think like every woman, but I definitely am a woman.
Yeah, I think we approach the situations in our stereotypes.
In our stereotypes. Yeah. Definitely. Because sometimes I'll be editing and I'll be like, Dabby, even as you're editing this thing, girl, what are you talking about? Sis? Really?
You just said.
Like, you know that week when we were talking about the engagement ring?
Yeah.
I was on one that week.
Who are you telling?
I was on one. I don't know who upset me. I don't know why I was just like, F these guys. I don't care. I'm gonna keep if you want to keep the ring, keep the ring. As much as I was saying that, I was still like, but I would give the ring back though.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait. Then you wouldn't do it. I said to myself, boy.
That day, I just wanted to disagree with you. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna be difficult today. Yeah.
These times I ain't done nothing to her, you know.
Nothing to me.
I ain't done nothing
I was
to
just in
her.
my feelings that day.
She woke up.
I said,
and the sky is not blue today.
I choose violence today. Today I choose Woo! Yeah, if it's not too late to make New Year's resolutions, right? It's not too late.
Oh, it's not. These are just mid-Feb.
Yeah, it's not too late. It's not too late. It will be it will be end of Feb by the time this comes out.
Make a new month resolution.
It's gonna be that. Okay, but I'm gonna try my best to not let emotion too much dictate.
Yeah, I was gonna say why.
Dictate my opinions on here, and also because I'm currently really like trying to straighten my journey and my path through my faith. That's gonna come out a lot more, because I also believe that if you don't, you have to stand for something. You have to, yeah. And I do stand by my faith, but I can't have one foot in, one foot out and stuff like that and then make allowances here and there. So
this is going to kick in after the Chris Brown concert, yeah?
I mean, by the time this comes out, I would have gone. Because, like I said, the reason why I'm going, I said it straight up in the episodes. Do you know what I mean? So that's not changing. Yeah. Family first and that. But after that, she would have had her experience, gone to Chris Brown, and then I don't have to do my sisterly thing ever again. But, you know, honestly, if not for my sister, I wouldn't have been going anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like his music, but no.
I don't even like his music, man. I like some of his old songs, though, for sure.
Well, apparently,
but I feel like he's just,
according to the set list, he's going back in time and he's covering
He has to,
everything,
man. He has to.
Which he has to do for his fans. I heard something. Oh, my days. I heard something so wild. I heard, yeah. So I've been going down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and I spoke about this a little bit. I've spoken about this here and there, about all these conspiracy theories, and it's really starting to mess with my head. So I've decided I'm going on a TikTok break.
Yeah, you got to stop, man.
I'm just gonna post our stuff and come off because it's getting mad. But I saw something about this lady, Jaguar, right?
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about her
Right.
in the last
But
episode.
no, literally, she doesn't shut up. She just keeps talking. And she was talking about how what really went down that night that Rihanna and Chris Brown had their bust up. So apparently they were she was at, was it Clive Davis? Is that his name? At his party with Jay-Z and the Rockefeller group and Rockefeller team. And Chris Brown apparently contracted herpes from Rihanna, which Rihanna got from Jay-Z. So Chris Brown goes to the party to confront Rihanna in front of everyone and is like, you gave me tear. But when he got there, Rihanna was in the closet giving Jay-Z a sloppy. Apparently. So Chris Brown wiles out because he's like, you're a hoe. She leaves the party and chases him down, gets in the car with him. They have a bust up. That's what happened. That's apparently what the catalyst was, yeah? And then I went into the comments and people in the comments were like, yeah, that's the first story that they heard back in the day. But the story just kept evolving and changing. And that someone else was like, yeah, like they heard about it from another producer at a party one time that apparently was at the same party that Jaguar Wright was at and stuff. And it took my mind back to, what was it, circa 2008? This was like circa 2008. I remember I was in uni at the time. And I remember hearing that there was some sort of someone cheated on someone and Rihanna gave Chris Brown something. And I remember his mum was like, she knows what she did, blah, 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 and all this. And I started thinking, I've heard so much about the music industry in the last few weeks and all these conspiracy theories around Roc Nation, around Beyonce. Apparently, like, even seen footage of Kanye admitting that certain people were sacrificed and that he even sacrificed his mom, and the cloning, and how, you know, that's the reason why him and Jay and Bay don't talk no more, because blah, blah, all this stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I'm actually starting to believe that that a lot of this stuff might be true. I'm really starting to believe that a lot of this might be true, that it's not as it seems. And it's only because now there's social media, like social media is the way that it is. Anyone can come online and say whatever. It's either,
I mean, there's a lot of people just talking as well.
It can either be clout chasing or with some element of truth, or it could all be true, or it could all be a lie. We'll never know. But the way that she was, I've summarized what she was talking about. She was going in detail. She was giving detail. So I was thinking, if this is a lie, that's a lot of detail to give for it to be a lie. Do you know what I mean? She was saying how, like, think about it. Jay-Z and R. Kelly are good friends. They did an album together. They both had relations with Aaliyah when Aaliyah was alive and when she was really young. And actually, even Damon Dash himself has said that he lost respect for Roc Nation and Jay-Z because he knows that Jay-Z had a ting with Aaliyah, found out that R. Kelly also had a ting with Aaliyah, but still went and did an album with him anyway. And he thought that was dodgy. Like, why would you do that? So that's Damon Dash admitting that Jay-Z, according to him, Jay-Z had a ting with Aaliyah. Then we know that he met Beyonce when Beyonce was like 17, started dating her when she was underage. We know Rihanna's a few years younger than Beyonce. She got signed to Roc Nation when she was like 17 as well. So when you start connecting the dots, it's all starting to sound a bit too plausible.
Yeah, it looks a bit.
Yeah. And then there was documents from the Jeffrey Epstein. Is that his name? Is it Jeffrey?
Yeah, like Epstein Island. And
is it Jeffrey?
Yeah, it's Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. His island and some report. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna call him because I think that's what
it's
his
Epstein
name is.
for sure.
It's definitely Epstein. some court documents came out, and on the court documents it had names of people that were involved, and Jay-Z's name is there, Sean Carter.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And obviously there's like photographic and video evidence that he was on the island, that he visited the island with Beyonce and stuff like that. And so it's all starting to sound a bit too true for my liking. So I said I'm coming off TikTok because I'm hearing so much. It's even making me believe these quote unquote conspiracy theories to be true.
Yeah.
And I do remember R.
I
Kelly
definitely
saying,
believe them.
ages ago I said that I mentioned in an episode somewhere that R. Kelly said he wants to like he's gonna drop names, and I don't know if you remember me saying there's a name that I think will be on the list. It was.
I know that name will be on the list for
And I
sure,
know
because them man were close.
Right now, it's all alleged. I just want to make that very clear for our podcast, in terms of like, since this is going to be broadcasted and that it's all alleged. Nobody knows the truth, but it's just starting to sound plausible. That's all I'm going to say with multiple different people talking who have had. There's proof that they had connection to them and were in close proximity to them in the close circle to see things, and for them to come out and say stuff, it's like, okay, like, I mean, unless they all came up together and did a meeting to decide what they're all gonna say, and it's all saying the same thing, it's starting to sound like there's something there. And the fact that
I think there is something there for true.
Don't know what it is.
My boy, when he was converting to Islam, I remember he had. So this was the beginning of social media. These times, it was there, but it weren't there like how it is now.
Yeah.
So he had this video of I think it was called "The Dark Side of Disney" or something. Have you ever seen something like that?
I've heard of
something
it.
like that.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Well, he made me and my friends watch it, and let me tell you, boy,
that's all the P stuff. Right?
Or the P stuff.
I can't say it because of YouTube. Kiddies.
Oh well, there was stuff to do with that. Yeah, there was.
So I've seen that stuff.
Stuff to do with rituals.
Yeah.
There was stuff to do with like things in songs, translating, not to like what you think it would. Like you're watching it, you're singing along, but then if you translate it in the language that it is, you're like, what did they say? That kind of stuff. It was wild. And I was like, yeah, of course, some of it can definitely be coincidence for sure. Or like an individual just being a little bit nefarious or mischievous, which again, to me, is fine. If someone was to just be dark and do their own like crafty little thing, fair enough. But there comes a point where you're like, this is a lot, you know? Like,
I'm telling you,
it's a lot.
I'm trying to get off that algorithm because it's too much. And it's scary.
No, it was definitely scary. When I watched that thing, I was scared. I said,
it's scary because it's like everything that we've known to be is almost a lie.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. Yeah. Especially for like, I feel like the younger guys, like those that were born after 2000 and up, and on, it's because they've had internet and they're very used to seeing these sorts of conspiracy theories out there on socials. I feel like for them it might be a bit more normalized. But they
probably just don't believe it, and it's like
just like, oh, whatever. Or maybe they do like deeply believe it, like follow it like religiously. But I think for me, remember in the 90s, and even like, let's go, like, for example, what I'm trying to say, the best way I can explain it is using the R. Kelly thing. It was almost like a rumor that no one really spoke about. It wasn't on any on any outlets. The only person that was talking about it was Wendy Williams, I think. But no one
was she about in the 90s?
Yeah, she used to talk about it in she spoke about it in, and she outed R. Kelly, and she outed Puff Daddy as well. And then they made her life hell on radio. So that's when she went and started the Wendy Williams show, because like they basically got her off radio. So she was like one of the main people that was trying to like talk about what's happening in those circles. You weren't really but unless you listen to Wendy Williams show on radio, you weren't really privy
you
to that
wouldn't know, you
information.
wouldn't know.
So it was all
I should cut her
rumors
some
that
slack.
yeah, like
because I can't stand that woman, but
nah,
I didn't
but
know that she had that history as well.
yeah. She started off as a radio host, and she was a radio host for like for like a major hip hop station, and she used to
Station or
just
something.
because she used to like mix a lot with them lot and stuff. So she was doing then
So she
what.
knew what she was talking about.
So she'd seen things in it, like she's been to the party. She's
Mm-hmm.
been, so she wouldn't talk about it the way Jaguar's talking about it now. Like Jaguar's giving graphic details. Wendy would just like little, you know how Wendy is. That's how she was on radio, like little innuendos.
A little bit of tea here and then.
Yeah, and then she so she made innuendos about R. Kelly, but it was more like questions, like why is R. Kelly with these young people? Like, do you know what I mean? And then with Puff Daddy, she was like, you know, like Puffy is not what he seems, like it needs to come out, like, you know, like she was just, but she wouldn't say it straight on the head the way some people are talking about it now. So Puffy didn't like that, and then obviously he pretty much controlled him and Rockefeller pretty much. If it was a Bad Boy, it was Rockefeller that was controlling the music industry back in the 90s, innit? So yeah, pretty much they got her off radio, and that's when she went and on her own journey and started the Wendy Williams show. Yeah. So, yeah, but I say all of that to say that it wasn't in your face like it is now. And if people were talking about it, it was in banter, it was in jokes, it was in skits, it was like talking around the way, no one saying anything directly, explicitly. It was all like, you know, so it was rumors that we heard and just laughed off. Even though it was mad serious, it was like laughed off. Whereas now, it's like all these things are coming, and then you're seeing even like artists, like proper, like Kanye West, and you're like, oh, this gotta be true. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is though, man.
It's very
especially
scary.
The way
right
that
now.
the R. Kelly thing has like that. We were in school in that when that was. The rumors were doing the thing and like, oh, have you seen the video and he peed on the girl? And they're like, nah, it's not him, it's a lookalike and blah, blah, all of that.
Yeah.
We're big grown people now that they've taken this to court and they're like, yeah, man, you are going to jail, bro.
Yeah, you did this.
That's wild. That's wild. Because we've gone through like 3 different versions. The rumor version, then as you mentioned, the skits version, like where it becomes a part of pop culture, but it's still not real.
It's not been
confirmed. And then the
literal...
real convicted, you're a criminal, get in the bin. That is wild.
I think for me, it's just the fact that it's really made me realize that not everything is all that it seems. And
I think nothing is what it seems.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what's scary about it. It's giving Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very.
But that's what life is giving right now, anyway. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know about that. I feel like I know that life right now. Oh, no, actually, I take that back. Life is.
The thing is, I say the things that I say, not being a Catholic or Christian, but knowing quite clearly what it says in those books. So I say it objectively. It's different to you because now you're putting your faith forward and you're stepping
but you're
in
right.
with your.
But you're right.
I'm just saying what.
No, but you're right.
What that book says.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. That's what life is giving right now.
Do you know what it is? Our lifetime is quite a dynamic one. We've had like a big shift in like how things were versus how things are. And it's definitely in a dark way, but in a dark way, I really like these dramatic changes, and I'm not scared to experience them because I'm not fearful of what the eventual end will be. So I'm like, okay, cool. If it's gonna be a zombie apocalypse, like in the middle of pandemic, I was like, if it's a zombie apocalypse, it's a zombie apocalypse. Man will survive. You get me? And then like that's very much my vibe.
That is legit your vibe. That is legit your vibe. Did you see Rihanna's performance?
Oh, I did.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I did.
What did you think?
I did. I got many. I still need to talk to my work wife about this because she's the only Rihanna stan.
A whole work wife, you know.
Yeah, I know. And I haven't spoken to her about it yet because I was so underwhelmed. It was very underwhelming for me. Very. Because the initial, remember when it first happened, man was thinking we're getting a new Riri album.
Oh yeah.
But that's That's where 10 was.
Yeah.
Then Black Panther came out, 2 songs. I was like, they're not bangers, but I get it. You're just warming the vocals and showing us you're back outside. Okay. And then
she's
month
showing us
passes.
vocal maturity. She gave us, in
Yeah,
those
you know,
songs as well,
and working with Thames. I'm like, okay. Month passes. Another month. It's too close to Christmas. You ain't releasing that album at Christmas. That's not a Christmas album.
So I was thinking
Then it gets to
2023 is the
January.
year. I was thinking 2023 is the year.
But I'm saying if the Super Bowl is in Feb, you're not releasing that album in Jan to then perform it in Feb. That is not gonna. You haven't even cemented that any of those songs are hits. So then it's too much of a gamble. So now I know, we're not getting a new album. So now we get to the performance, and then it starts. I see the belly. I'm like, first of all, congratulations. But now I already know this performance about to be dead, because what are you going to do with a belly like that? This girl can't bruck out. You can't bruck out with a womb that's full up.
I actually, how do I feel about this performance? So
I enjoyed it.
So vocally, I think she's matured and she actually, well, I mean, most of it was backing track, but the bits that she sang herself,
yeah,
she hit every note. She showed us that she can still sing. Yeah.
I didn't doubt her.
I'm gonna give her the bly on the dancing because she is pregnant, and she did an interview recently, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't think this pregnancy was planned. I think it just happened." So she's worked through it, and people are like, I was talking to my sister, she was like, yeah, but Beyonce was pregnant when she did her Super Bowl. And I was like, Beyonce was early in her much earlier than where Rihanna is in her pregnancy, because Beyonce's belly was flat, right? So Rihanna's showing. So she's showing. So there's no way that she was gonna brock out like that. And for what she did, like, this girl was in the air, like suspended 60 feet high.
Oh yeah.
With showing like that, second baby in her close to mid-30s. Yeah, forget it. She's not spring chicken. Let's keep it.
No, I know she's not spring chicken.
Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, like I know people that have had. I mean, they don't have access to top of the range personal trainers and nutritionists and stuff like that to keep them where they need to be, like these celebs do. But a woman's propensity to be active when pregnant after 30 drops immensely. So, and I know Beyonce was older as well when she was having the twins when she did the Super Bowl, but she had space between Blue Ivy and them. She had time to recover, did a whole concert and everything. So by the time she did Super Bowl, she's well into, do you know what I mean? Rihanna's not done nothing musically. So with all of that into consideration, I think she did really well. Even if she did
I'm not saying she didn't do well.
Even if she did her little scratch the pom-pom and smell it as her dance routine. Just saying. Or the little, I don't know what that booty shake was, you know, when she was like,
I don't know what that was. Yeah, I saw the clip. I didn't even notice it when I actually watched the performance.
I saw a TikTok. People were like, this is what kids do when they're watching TV and they're eating. You know, when they eat and then they hop off the side of the thing and they're playing with their food and they hop.
Nah.
I was like, you lot take it a bit. But I think she did really well for a pregnant woman. She did very, very well.
All of that. She did all of that. It was underwhelming though.
I think it was always going to be underwhelming because it's songs we've seen before. We've seen Rihanna. I mean, it's songs we know. I also think that there's nothing new and exciting for us to prepare for other than, oh my God, she's going to be on stage again. We've not seen her on stage for a long time. She didn't bring out anyone, like no features, no nothing to do anything with her. Rihanna is a vibe. I've seen Rihanna perform a few times in the past. Like, I was a serious concert going person. I've seen Rihanna perform a few times. And Rihanna, before, her singing wasn't always great, but she would give it with the dancing and production and stuff, or the vibe would be right. She can't give us the vibe because she can't smoke because she's got baby, right? She can't dance. Why? Because she's got baby. At least she gave us vocals and she had backup dancers to help her out. And I think
amazing performance visually.
I think the performance, with all of everything considered, I think she did really well. I
Oh, for
didn't-
sure.
When I first watched it, I didn't see any like. Here's the conspiracy theories, guys. I didn't see any
Oh,
of the.
okay.
I didn't see any of the like demonic this that people like to do, like to say is there. But then again, I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and then it was like, oh, she started off in a triangle, and then she went into a triangle, and then she did the Rockefeller sign, and she's wearing all red, and she did all the glasses are in white because that represents the angels, and she's controlling the fallen angels. And I was like, okay, you lot are doing too flipping
You lot
much.
doing it. Maybe it's just that red is the slowest moving color on the color spectrum, so it makes
And
her
then
most visible.
And then someone was like,
Maybe.
she always does that sign when she sings Diamonds in the Sky, and she sings the lyrics, palms rise to the universe as we moonshine and Molly. And then someone was like, yeah, but even that line isn't very... And I was like, okay, can we not like just Rihanna's back temporarily? Can we not just rest? And this is what I'm saying about.
I wonder if white people do this. Like, if white people like have their white celebrities that go and come or whatnot, and they be like, man, he's a devil worshipper.
Oh, no. Right now, there's a whole big conspiracy about Britney Spears. Have you heard about it?
Nah.
Okay, so apparently, people don't think that the Britney Spears that we see now on social media is the real Britney Spears. They think it's a clone.
The real one. They think
she's a clone. Same thing with Sam Smith. People are saying that, not that he's a clone, but people are saying that the music... I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm so sorry. Thanks for the correction.
You need to check that privilege right there.
I need to check myself. No, and I'm not even like taking the piss. Like, I'm genuinely sorry. People are saying that they sold their soul to the devil. Sorry, Toby just took himself to bed. He said, little Toby, the way he ran to his bed, he said, I'm out of here. You know, I'm talking too much.
I heard about Sam Smith. He was like, nah, that one can't be saved. I'm going to bed. The
way he ran.
Did you not talk about Sam?
The way he ran just
now. Did you know about Sam Smith? He said, I'm out. He said, trust me, boy. So in my dog state, I can see the things you can't see, and I can hear the things you can't. And you said, Sam Smith? I'm out.
I'm out of here.
That one is finished.
Actually, I do believe that dogs can see stuff, like stuff that we can't see on a different realm. Like,
I'm telling you now.
Sometimes I'll be in the room and then Toby will, like, nothing, you can hear a pin drop. And Toby will be looking at a certain area of the room, and then he'll just start barking. And I'll be like, there's nothing there. I'll even go and stand there. Can you imagine? Imagine if there's actually a spirit. I'll now go and stand where the spirit... Like, there's nothing here. He's like, no. I'm like, okay, chill out, bro.
Trust me, bro.
And then I told my dad, my dad was like, did you know that? My dad was like, dogs can see spirits. So if he's barking, if he's barking in an area and you're thinking there's nothing there, he can see something there. You should be praying, okay?
Same with cats.
Yeah, they see. Well.
Same with cats, man. They can see into and hear as well. Different frequencies than what we can.
They're on a different level. The way he ran, he said...
He heard the name. He's like, I know that name.
He didn't even look back. I tell you, he just...
Yeah. Out of here, boy. Right. So this is the one that I saw on the socials that made me think it's definitely something, man. But I always go to the extreme. So you know, you've seen the big red boot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a friend of mine sent me a video that said, like, is the big red boot a social experiment? Like, for the people to see, like, how many people can you get to wear this dumb boot or whatever. Like, is it some kind of social experiment? I said, you know what? There's something about this boot, man, because there's something, and I know I need to dig, and I'll remember I'll get it. So I left it for a minute. Then it came to me. I said, Mischief. I remember who Mischief are. Do you remember who Mischief are?
No.
This is the company that makes the big red boot, by the way, yeah.
Okay.
Mischief is the same company that Lil Nas X collaborated with to do the Satan shoe. That's the same company. Because I was like, I know this name. I said, Mischief. I know Mischief. I know Mischief.
This just got interesting.
Yeah. And then I thought, okay, wait a minute. Let me look at this boot again. This is the part that's like OTT in it. But this is how my brain thinks because there's a mixture of Nigerian folk tales and then Trinidadian folk tales.
You need to start a conspiracy page on TikTok.
You know?
You'll go viral.
So then, yeah, I said to myself, hang on a minute. If Mischief is the same company doing unsolicited Nike Satan trainers with Lil Nas X, then they've got this big red boot. In my mind, the only reason why you need a big red boot is if you have hoofed feet and you just want to walk around in plain sight and no one can't see your
stop
your
it.
feet
No,
are
you're
moving
freaking
mad.
me out. Let's change the subject.
And that was exactly where my mind went. After I was like, I know Mischief. I know it. And then I clocked it. I said, hey, if I was the devil and I was
If
to
the
walk around in
Antichrist was
plain
going to wear a
sight,
shoe, it's still going to be that shoe, innit?
and you could just walk around and no one would even know who you are. Because your main defining factor is hidden. I said, wait a minute. But that's me.
That's crazy. Let's change this.
That's me.
Let's change this.
That was me. That's where I got to. So I said, okay.
Nah, man.
That's why I say I believe these things, because there's certain coincidences where I'm like, yeah, but the Balenciaga could have come out of it, or Prada, or Da Vinci, or
yeah,
whatever.
But they're all in on it anyway. They're all in on it anyway. I know,
but I'm saying it happened to be the same company that did the same madness with Lil Nas X. That was very related, not conspiracy related.
Whatever is going on, I always pray that everyone in my sphere of influence is covered by God's protection. Nothing can touch us. Do you know what's also annoying me now? And it's going to sound crazy because we do this. But you know, like what? The relationship conversation, the black man versus the black woman, biracial or non-biracial relationship, blah, blah, blah. It's flipping irritating me now. Everybody has a preference. Enjoy your preference and keep it pushing. That video that we put out from the resistance to dating black women episode, where I said my preference is black men, and I said that was because of preservation of culture, but I would date white, but if I'm going to settle, these are my considerations, right? I thought that was plain English, pretty simple. That ideally she would settle with black, but she's not closing off her market completely. And if she was to settle with something else, these are the considerations she's going to make. Racism. Simple. The comments on, not just on Instagram, on TikTok.
On TikTok as well.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I was like, just because you have a different preference or idea for your life doesn't mean that you should insult someone because they have something different. The amount of women that were in the comments like, oh no, honey, that's not what you want to do. But black men ain't choosing you though. Who asked you? Who asked you?
There's a lot of that. Oh my God, I forgot what the word projection. There's a lot of people projecting their reality on other people. I'm like, what?
You better go back and go watch Reacting to Cynthia G episodes. Because I have no problems with dating a black man. Black men approach me all the time. No cap. I have no problems with attracting a black man. If you have a problem with attracting a black man, that's a you problem, sis. I don't even want to have to go there, but I got to go there. That's a you problem. It's not me. I don't get it. And if I don't settle down because my preference is not settling, then I'm not going to die. But I clearly said in the video, I'm not closed off 100%. It's just that I'm not going to stand for certain things. And then lo and behold, on the Adiola Patron and Mariam Musa Press podcast, they read out a scenario. I cannot make this up. A week later, they read out a scenario where it was a black woman complaining that she dated a white guy and he fetishized her and she experienced racism in his family and he didn't back her up. So now she thinks that he's now her ex-boyfriend. She thinks that he was racist because he never put them right when they were doing certain things. And then she's now dating another white guy. And she said, even though he's not displayed the same behavior, she's worried about what is he really saying behind my back. I can't make this up.
That's not the reality I could deal with. I'm not gonna lie.
I personally can't deal with that. And people, but why would you want to marry because of family? Who cares about family? Bruh. You don't care about family. Hold on a second. You don't care about family now. When you have kids, you need your family. I don't care what anyone says to me. You don't need to have lots of family, but you need family. You don't need to have
kids, man. In sickness and in health.
Let me tell you something. Because if people don't want to hear that, when the kids come, that's when family is really gonna. Because what you're gonna do, you're gonna stop your kids from. You're gonna deprive your kids from having their family, from having both sides of their family. What? Because you chose love. Don't be selfish. Think about it. Yeah, let's not be stupid here. Yeah, it's lovely to say love reveals everything. No, let's be wise. Let's be wise. Okay, let's be wise. That's another thing I learned about doing this podcast. People piss me off. I can't lie.
Listen,
I see the comment.
Yeah, that's another one actually.
I've learned not to reply. Sometimes you see that TikTok, I just let it run. Say what you want to say. I don't even read it. I'm just like, yeah, you're engaging. I can't calm and die because if I don't have the energy to be going. Venom and I have jobs. We don't have time to be doing online wars with you. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I say what I say in my podcast. We edit what we edit. We put it out there. If you like it, boom. If you don't like it, this podcast is not for you, and that's okay. Let me know who our people are. It's okay. But I'm not gonna be back and forth with you. I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't got the energy. In the beginning, it used to really irk me, and I used to get riled up.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I remember that first comment, that first viral video, and that first comment section. Yeah, that was also a learn. That was something I learned.
Yeah, that's something you learned. Yeah,
I care I cared past tense way too much for other people thought.
I physically saw a change in you after that.
Because I was like,
you were. I could like, and the thing is, that was probably our most viral. That was our most viral clip, and I'm not gonna put it in the episode, guys. If you want to know what the clip is, if you've not seen it before, just go on our TikTok and you'll see it there. It's literally pinned. It's like the most viewed, most whatever video. If you some of our subscribers came from Cynthia G. She used it and sometimes continues to use it in her intro for her YouTube. So if you might have seen it there, but in the beginning, I remember you were so keen on replying to people and trying to get your point across. And then since then, it's like you've gone the complete opposite way. Like you don't even really pre anything. You're just like, oh yeah, oh is it? There's a comment. Oh okay. Like, just like
I get involved a little bit. I like a little comment here and there.
Right here, there. Like,
you know,
even trying to
I tell you, it's twofold. One, I would rather people converse together, as in them talk in the comment section.
Yeah.
But two, that one, yeah, man. It was so upsetting reading so many black women's comments and they just got the whole thing wrong. I'm like, the
one thing I've learned about, the main thing I've learned about podcasting is people don't have the patience to actually watch the full thing. They judge your content on that clip, which is the purpose of that clip. The clip, whatever. Of
course,
yeah,
of course.
So they ain't got time. Sometimes I've also clocked if the clip is over a minute, over 30 seconds long. More time, they haven't heard the ending. So they'll hear the first whatever and write a comment.
And start typing.
Start typing. And then there's some comments where I'm like, did you watch the same clip that you put out? Because if you'd watched the rest of it, you would have got a bit more context.
Answered whatever
whatever you're arguing about would have been null and void. Because someone tried to call me racist for saying that I prefer to settle down with a black man, even though at the start of the clip I said this is gonna sound wild. Do you know what I mean? I literally told you it's gonna sound wild if you're not black, and it's probably gonna even sound wild as well if you're a black person that dates out all the time. I told you that you're gonna find it wild. I then proceeded to tell you, I mean, I would date white, I would date other races, but these are the things that would need to be met for me to do it. And you're calling me racist. How can you say you're not gonna
But
date?
it's the entitlement though. Imagine calling someone racist for dating their own race.
First of all, you don't know what racist means, lovey.
It's wild. It's very wild.
Like, don't make me come for your intelligence. You're obviously not.
Are you normal?
Because I haven't truly let go yet. I still write paragraph here and there, but you completely took it.
If someone calls me out,
nah.
Yeah.
Nah,
someone
guys,
calls
Venom
me out,
ain't got
though,
time. He's
I'm
just
here
like,
for it.
one time I'm like, Venom, did you see that comment? What comment? Nah,
She ain't even lying, boy. She ain't even lying.
Nah, I seen it, you know. Where is it?
I'm gonna be back on the socials. 23, I'm gonna be back.
Now I'm gonna be like, you're stupid. Because I just...
Give it short and sweet. You are dumb.
You're
honey.
dumb. Probably not.
I might start saying that. I might make that my thing, but say it to man them as well. You are dumb, honey.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it's from a song, but who is that?
It's climbing through
It's
your
Soulja Boy.
windows. No, it's climbing through your windows. It's snatching your people up.
Oh my
Hide
God,
your kids,
that
hide
news
your wife,
report
hide your
thing.
kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife,
You are
and
so
hide your husband.
dumb.
Girls are taking a... I can't say the words. Everybody out
Taking
here.
it, yeah.
You
I
don't
was
have
singing
to
the other
come
one
and
the other
confess.
day.
We coming for you. We gon' find you.
gon'
We gon' find you.
We
So you
gon'
can run
find
and
you.
tell that. Run and tell that.
Tell
Run and tell that.
run and
Home
tell
boy.
that.
Home boy.
Home boy,
I know all the words.
home boy.
Let me just keep quiet. 'Cause
Damn.
I'll do the verses.
Nah, the other one.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one I was singing
Ain't
the other
nobody
day.
got time for
I
that.
got bronchitis. I said, got bronchitis. That was a moment in.
Do you remember?
Damn.
I'm legally blind.
Yes.
D-U-D.
I ain't gonna forget about being legally blind.
D-U-D.
She just sitting in the
Legally
POP,
blind.
hold it
That's
down.
it, that P.O.P. That's it. P.O.P. Hold it
That's
down.
not like that.
P.O.P. Hold it down.
That was when I found out you can be legally blind. I said, "What's legally blind? Is
Legally
he blind or
blind.
you not blind? No."
Let me tell you
Then I'm
something,
legally
yeah.
blind.
Vine era was way better than TikTok era. And
Way
better. Like, nah,
because everything's better with restrictions, man. Like early TikTok was the same or if not better than Vine.
Not better.
But then once
same
they
level.
same.
Yeah.
But when they let the floodgates open with, you can do 10-minute clips. I'm like, yeah, but you deplete creativity. You have to have the restrictions. That's what creates creativity.
You're so right. Do you know what scares
That's
me?
the catalyst.
Do you know what scares me the most about TikTok? It's the fact that it's trying to be on par with Google. Like, some people search TikTok for information, but the information is, I can go on there and claim to be expert. So people will now search, find my content, and I'm chatting absolute bollocks. And that's not fact.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in very scary times. We're living in very, very scary times. Yeah. It's worse than Wikipedia. It's worse than Ask Jeeves.
Well, Wikipedia is not bad. You know, you get an error here and there, you know, but it gets...
But the reason why I compared it to Wikipedia is because Wikipedia, I can go Wikipedia and update someone's details on there and act like that's fact. That's why I said...
Same.
So,
but there's validations like in place for certain things whereby it doesn't go straight to now being in there. it has to go through the necessary checks, and then they're like, "Yep, this person's addition is correct." Bam. But
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
TikTok is just me and you, just saying things.
It's me and you now.
I've been waiting.
Think I wanna make a move now. Do you know what my mum said? My mum saw the reel about her slapping me after singing Sexual Healing. She goes, so that's what I'm known for now. Child abuse on the international internet.
Oh, big facts, but she should have slapped you again.
Oh, Lord. I said, Mum, I love you. She's so funny. She was like, is this what you're putting out there? I said, but it happened though, right? And as soon as I said, Mum, do you remember Sexual Healing? She laughed. She knew exactly what I was talking about. She knew exactly. I said, oh, I don't know. I said, I spoke about it on the podcast. She goes, really? And then she went on and checked and saw the reel. And she was like, so this is what you're putting out there that I slapped you. I said, what happened? Did you or did you not slap me? You did, right? Okay, so I ain't
It was
gonna lie.
probably even legal them times. It probably wasn't even called child abuse.
I'm not
when
that
she slapped
old.
you.
Come on, man. God damn.
No, I was I'm not even saying that.
It was
Did-
illegal.
ain't it just-
It was illegal.
It was.
It
Oh,
was
damn. I was gonna say, wasn't that a recent thing that you couldn't beat your kids?
No, that's
When did
been
I-
around for a while still. Do you want to check?
Roughly how long? Yeah,
Let's
roughly
check,
how
let's check.
long?
Let me Google.
Because
When
know about
did
this.
it become illegal to smack a child? Boom.
in the UK,
Oh, that was 2004.
yeah,
Oh,
see, that's what I was
yeah.
thinking.
So it wasn't illegal. It wasn't illegal.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It wasn't illegal. Yeah.
Your ex goes on Love Island. What's your next move?
Nothing.
At all?
I don't care.
No interviews with the Sun.
For what? So I'm
For
gonna
the bag. They give you money.
I'm gonna clout chase on my ex. Someone I don't.
They say a 30K.
Let me tell you
They say,
something.
"Damn
Let
you,
me tell you
30K
something
for a
about me.
front page
Let
thing."
me tell you something about me, Venom.
Mm.
This goes with friends, exes, anyone. Once that relationship, friendship, whatever has severed, you do not exist. Everything that happened, all that we had, erased. I've learnt from it. I can draw examples from the situation, but I don't care about you. You don't exist. So if I put on my TV, I see on the TV, I'm like, oh, who that? I don't care. So I'm not going to try and make money from you because I don't care about you like that. And there's no way that my money will be attributed to you. So, well, you have to go on Love Island. I don't.
Sorry.
I'm trying not to be petty. Lord, I'm trying not to be.
She was shaking for hell.
I lied with the lip gloss.
Yeah.
I'm so dramatic. I love that about me, though. I love my drama.
That's an interesting answer. I didn't know which way it was gonna go. That's why I had to ask. I remember seeing a clip of this. It was. I don't think it's this Love Island. I think it might have been the one before this current one.
Yeah, the summer one.
But it was But there was a white girl like on TikTok.
I bet.
Reacting to this black guy who was like her ex.
Oh damn! Did I say that out loud? Damn! You're being problematic. Reel it in.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you have met my co-host. This is Dami to the Zane.
In the building, your home slice and all that.
Jeez.
Oh
Jeez.
God.
Oh, well, actually, it's not the same, but it's on a similar vein. The lady that slept with Prince Harry, like who he lost his virginity
Let
to.
it go.
She came out.
She
in
came
the
out.
newspapers as well.
What she did? Clout.
No, well, the way that it the way that the story is told in the book, it's quite obvious that it's her. So everybody who knows was already contacting her, like, man wrote about you, kind of thing.
That doesn't mean that you should speak. Where's the class and
catch that bag either.
decorum?
I know, it's a weird one.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what, they're not paying you enough at work? I mean, I hear it, quick buck, but is that what you want to be known for? The girl that...
I mean, she kind of know, yeah.
I mean, she's already known, but you can still remain... Like, I didn't know what you looked like before. Now I know what you look like. You know?
Mm.
But yeah...
Ed thing as well, you know?
Yeah, basically. That's what I'm... Anyway. Don't push me to say something I'm not supposed to say on this thing.
Say it. What was you thinking? What was you going to say?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. What would you do? Like, from a man's perspective, what would you do?
What would I do? What, the Prince Harry or the
Either
Love
what?
Island?
Like, I Love Island. Love Island.
Love Island. So X thing goes in Love Island. And then, I don't know, the son comes and they're like, yo, heard you used to do a thing with so-and-so. Give you 30K to do a little article. I'd do the article. I sing her praises. Even if she weren't nice.
Okay.
I say, yeah, amazing person, you know?
Not me, boy.
Absolutely heaven sent.
Nope, absolutely not.
It might be like a think piece and a poem.
I'll be like, I don't know who that is. It weren't me, boy.
There's literally only one ex that I completely excommunicated, though.
You're more of a let's not burn bridges. I'm a burn bridges chick. I'm a burn the hell out of them bridges to the point where there's no coming back. There's no, the bridges, the roads, everything, lock off. You can't come back.
Why is that?
I give people a lot of chances. And yeah, that's literally it. I give people so many chances.
So you're like, that's one
so
too many
once
chances.
you've hit the threshold, now I look at you differently. Before I was giving you graces and mercies. I was doing, but I know them. They're not like this. Like, no, but I know them. Oh, but I care about them. Oh, but and I hate confrontation. So more time I'm giving you the blight because I don't want to have that conversation with you. I don't want to have to go there. And then it's just one too much. And I'm like, this is long. Bye. Can't do this no more. If you want to walk then. Me too, I want to walk. You know, like, cut it off. We don't have to ever speak again. And I'll always be okay because I find it very easy to meet new people and to make new friends and stuff. So I'm a bubbly person. Like, I'm not stush. I'm like, it's cool, you can go. There'll be another friend. But the circle of friends I have now, for the season I'm in now, they are the perfect friends for me right now. Like, they show me there's mutual respect. They show me love. I show them love. They know how to communicate. They understand who I am. I understand who they are. So there's none of this. There's none of this, like, even if we offend each other, it's not, you're wicked, I hate you, you're a horrible person. It's no, you might be going through something in that moment, and I just want to let you know that what you did this time made me feel, and vice versa. And then it's like, okay, cool. Now I understand you better. The communication is there. People, they're healed from their traumas, so they're not like putting their
lashing
traumas on me. Yeah,
and,
being irrational. Now everyone is just, okay, we understand ourselves. We just talk it through, move on. Love grows stronger. There's none of that passa rubbish. Leave that at the door. I've passed that stage. I'm too old for that. Do you know what? I can't remember what podcast it was. I watch a lot. Listen to a lot of podcasts. But it was a 90s baby show, my favourite podcast. One day we will collab. I've said it.
It'll be so.
One day. And it was Adiola Patron that was on, and she had the way Adiola Patron, just for you, because I don't think you even know this, but the way that she came into the social media sphere, she was in uni and she met two other girls in uni, and they started a channel on YouTube called The Patrons. And they used to do like vlogs and like games and stuff on YouTube. And then that channel blew, and They had a lot of like subscribers and stuff like that, big following. And then all of a sudden they went their separate ways and people never understood why. So they just stopped being friends. And this is normal amongst girls. Like, it's very, very rare for a woman to still have the same friend that she had from like years ago. It's very rare. And more time, if they're in a friendship group, there's a favorite friend in the friendship group that they get on with most, but they all chill, but they're cool with one. And do you know what? They're cool with two. And it's like techie, and some of them talk behind each other's back and da-da-da. And I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. I don't like that. Now I like to have separate friends. But normally that's what it's like, isn't it? So, Adiola Patron has now like rekindled her friendships with those girls years later. Like now they've sorted out their issues and they're friends again. So on the episode with the 90s Baby Show, she went on their show as a guest, and she was like, "Do you guys have that problem? Like, what is it with like how do guys resolve conflict between each other? And do you ever get guys like have a big fallout and then you're like, oh, we're not talking no more? Do you guys have that? Because it seems like all the guys I know, they're still cool with all their boys from secondary school. Like, they're cool. So I wanted to ask you, I was quite interested about that, because it's normal for girls to have beef, and friendship breakups happens a lot amongst women and girls. But I just wondered, do men have that?
I've not experienced that. My boys haven't experienced that. There was like one moment of like serious upset within my friendship group over something.
Let me get my tea.
But
are you not gonna give the detail?
Yeah, but that was just. I mean, I could give the detail. The detail was that there was a girl involved, and basically someone, of course, and someone had said something about this girl. That's literally it. And then it wasn't favorable. Yeah.
Was the girl
was obviously dating someone.
I knew it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So that caused upset, but that was it. It was just upset. But I would say no, this doesn't happen with guys, because generally speaking, when guys become friends, like we kind of sort of set, I wouldn't say the boundaries, but we lay out like our characters to each other, like this is me, like this is what annoys me, this is what blah blah. And usually guys just operate with their friends within the realms that have already been set.
Right.
So like, we set the criteria, and then we go crazy after that point. And we never test the boundaries that we originally set. We just say, cool, he doesn't like it if you joke about his mum, so just don't joke about his mum.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Done.
Girls, why can't we be like that? Because that's the kind of friendship I have now. It sounds like you lot arrived to the know the person and treat them accordingly thing from early. Whereas girls, I don't get it. I
think girls just love... Girls, you know what the thing is?
We love drama.
Yeah?
We do love drama, though.
Girls are all fire. They're all fire, yeah? You can tell a girl no. Girls don't listen. Girls, no is always can be maybe a yes. Any boundary is... I don't
think that's the case.
Negotiable. I think with girls, yeah. Girls view every boundary as negotiable. A guy will be like, this is negotiable, and then they'll meet a certain boundary, be like, oh no, that's a brick wall, cool, I'll leave it. They'll be like, I think that's offense.
No, I don't think that's the thing. I think maybe towards men, from a heterosexual perspective, maybe. But as a woman who's had a lot of female friendships along the way, and the wonderful friendships that I have now, women are very emotional. That's what it boils down to. And we operate from our emotion. Logic flies out the window. And that is what causes a lot of the argument. Like,
the boundaries get crossed.
Yeah, it's the emotion. It's the emotion. And if you catch... We don't like it when people use our cycle against us, but if you catch us on the wrong day, at the wrong time, in the wrong emotion, how we might behave now might be completely different to how we might behave later. I actually think it's all down to emotion. Like, if I was to think of the most generic scenarios and I boil down to how some girls might react to those in those scenarios, it's emotions. For example, like, a girl coming in my DMs telling me about my man, and me being upset with the girl, it could go one of two ways. It's either me and the girl collab to catch him out, but I'm still not going to trust the girl anyway, not 100%. Why? Because I'm upset. I'm upset that you came to me in the first place and came to me as a woman. Don't come to me as a woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's emotion. Do you know? It's emotion.
I was going to say it now. I was so going to say it. Don't come to me as a woman.
Come to me as a woman. But do you know, it's for us, it's emotion. And because we're dealing with so much emotion, we're emotional beings, it means that we clash a lot, I think. And I think you get to a certain maturity maybe, and you're like, you know what, sis? These things upset me. So how about we just don't go there? You know what I mean? Like, and you just kind of know how to operate through that. But I think as you're growing, as you're like becoming a woman, as a woman, you're still figuring out your own emotions, one, and then you've got to learn how to navigate that around other women, and that can be a bit...
Yeah.
Can be a bit...
Just on that last point though, you know, I think no guys come to guys as guys.
I've never heard of it before in my life.
I've never experienced it either.
Okay. I'm lying. There is a situation that I've seen where a guy wanted to propose to his girl, and then he introduced the girl to one of his like old school, like old friends that hadn't really met her like that, if you know what I mean. When he met her, he was like, oh, it's you. Immediately, his boy was like, what do you mean it's you? How you know her? Oh, we kind of, like, I know her from back in the day. That's what he said. I know her from back in the day. He didn't want to say, innit, like, a bit of boom, 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 a bit of happened between them, yeah? So he was like, just know her, innit, from like, I know her from around the way. He's like, no. Did you sleep with her, bro? Like, back in the day? So now it's a head-on question, innit? So he goes, yeah, we kind of dated. So the guy didn't propose. He locked it off. But he didn't do the whole, don't come to me as a man. He just... The way you're reacting is telling me that you and this girl have history. Was it you or a friend?
More than I'm happy.
Yeah, was it you or a friend or someone you know, like, Wagwan? It was me. Cool. No beef. Thanks for letting me know, bro.
I'm not gonna...
Thanks for letting me know, bro. But...
It's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one. I'm trying to, like, okay, you and your friendship group, do you think something like that would cause an argument between you and your boys? Or not you, maybe, like, just thinking about the friends you got.
So...
That is a tricky one.
None of us have actually crossed wires. There's definitely be some crossed like interests, like oh, man was feeling her, didn't pursue, and then another one swept in, or those kind of scenarios.
Surely that's against
like
the bro code, not me instigating. Surely.
It's a little bit against it, but you can't. But you can't be holding on to things that you didn't even.
I mean,
you know what I mean. You didn't even.
You see
secure.
My response as a woman. I was like, that's a bit snaky. You're like, boy, but I didn't pursue, so he can.
Yeah, like if you didn't cement the thing, you can't expect next man to not. Yeah, that's my thing.
That's not how girls go.
I feel it.
That's not how girls go.
But I'm like,
girls ain't like that.
I'm like, bro. At the end of the day, man didn't. So
a lot of women will feel like, no, he's off limit because I told you I was seeing him.
No, but no. If you were seeing the person,
or I told you I was interested in him.
Them.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, especially if it's an immature group, that's definitely causing beef amongst the girl dems. What?
Yeah.
What? I had interest in a guy because
too much.
So what? But I liked him. You liked him too. You was looking at him as well. Nah, that's gonna cause problems. There's
only one scenario where it's actually gone too far, and that was that one. That one was what made me realize, man, don't do, bro, I'm coming to you as a man, because me and this brother of mine, were like head over heels for the same girl.
Who was in the wrong?
Honestly, I don't know. Well, actually, I'll tell you who was in the wrong.
It was you.
She was in the wrong. No, it was her, because she knew everything. I didn't know everything, and I'm gonna stick to that. I need to say that unequivocal.
Who did the swoopty swoop? Who swooped in? Was you in it?
I don't know. Nah, do you know what it was? So imagine this scenario. This is a scenario. I have to lay it out because you need to know how like uninformed I was.
Okay.
Went to a location. The lady was there. Yeah. Lady was looking all good and all of that. She's like, "Oh, hey guys,"
As we
all
do.
being all forward and that. I'm like, "Raw," because she's looking good. Cool. I'm
As we
interested,
do.
and and my bro is also there. He's interested. I didn't really know because she's talking to me. I'm talking to her. I'm guessing she's checking us both out. Maybe she's checking out more. Anyway, a relationship is formed. So now we are all in conversation. We get numbers, we rearrange, we meet up, all that kind of stuff. But nothing is happening at all with anybody. So it's all fair game at this point. Yeah. Years down the line.
I'm laughing
Because no one's done anything. No one's done anything. Years down the line. It's now wow.
It was
years
you.
down the line.
Yeah, go on.
No. Years down the line. I feel like I've even told this story before, but maybe not in conjunction with this. Anyway, years down the line, she's still fobbing me off. Like nothing's happened.
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, one of my friends is recently single, and like I think you're her type. Like you should date her." And I was like, "Oh, mad! Like, is that a wrap for us? I'm guessing. Cool. I take that. That's calm. Whatever." So I said, "Cool. Give me your friend's number then." So I'm talking to the friend. I meet the friend. Me and the friend have maybe a little kiss and whatever. We're gonna go for another date.
Smitchy smitch.
She sees me and the friend interacting for the first time. After she's instigated it, then she was like, "No, actually, I'm not happy with that." And that's when we now go and do the madness, which is already a violation on the cis code. But yeah, me and her are interacting more than friends. I'm like, I'm cool with that. We ain't put a label on it. You know what I mean? We ain't doing it, but I'm cool with that. So I'm thinking that that's all that's going on, not knowing that my guy who still liked her from back then is still liking her right now and is still kind of dating her too. And I was like,
so you did the swoopty swoop.
So I stopped. No. So then I stopped after that.
No, you swooped in. They were talking already.
But
you're the one that came and scattered it. Without knowing.
She did that.
Without knowing.
Yeah, she did
You're
that.
the one that came after. He was first. And then, right?
Yeah, technically. Technically, I'm guessing. I don't know.
I know the way you're going to explain it. You're going to be like, I don't know her, but it sounds to me
No, legit.
He was first. And you came second. But yeah, she's the one in the wrong, ultimately.
It was her.
She was playing you guys and she was being sneaky with her friend as well. Very sneaky. You see,
she did bits.
That friendship wouldn't have lasted. That's very sneaky. Oh my days!
But me and that guy are not like, you know what I mean, like every day, like
tight,
cool
tight.
and all that. We're not friends like that. I reckon we would have been had that not have happened, but I didn't know. So
was it worth it? No, let me not ask that. That's really bad.
Wow.
Scratch that. Man, you're a married man. There's certain things I can't ask you.
Was it worth it?
Let me scratch. Yeah. Off record. Let's not talk about it.
We'll talk about it later.
Where we didn't introduce ourselves. We didn't do an intro, so we're gonna do the intro at the end. Shoot us. What can you do? Don't shoot us.
Definitely don't shoot me, boy.
But yeah, do you wanna do the honors with the intro, outro?
The intro, outro. I can't even remember how it goes now. Welcome to Unpicked with myself, Venom, and my co-host, the wonderful Dammy to the Zane.
Hey, hello, hi, peeps.
This is Unpicked, where we bring you the boom tings and the things that go boom.
The boom diggities.
And we've done all of that now. So hopefully you enjoyed and will join us, join our family, subscribe, do all of the things.
Mm.
Unpicked. This week I want to shout out to my boys, Mike and Dan, who recently joined the crew watching the Unpicked podcast via the WhatsApp group chat. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining the family. And yeah, man.
We don't have a group chat, guys. For those of you, this is his personal group chat.
I'm referring to my personal. Yes.
Yeah, we don't have an Unpicked group chat. If you want to get hold of us, you can follow us on our Instagram. I'll pop our QR code on the screen. Again, that way you can DM us and get through to us live and direct. You know what I mean? I would like to shout out Hannah OJ. She has her own podcast called The Underrated Podcast. Check her out, ladies. Her content is lit. She likes to cover shows and like stuff that she's seen on TV, on the streaming platforms, even things like films, and she likes to also cover like Love Island as well. So check her out if you're interested in that content. She has been following us for a while, so I thought, you know what, let me give her accolades still. So I thought I would give her a shout out. So if you would like a shout out like the peeps we mentioned today, all you have to do is very simple. You don't ask for much. You just like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are listening on our listening platforms, please, 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 I am begging, give us a 4 to 5 star rating. Please just do it. Just hit it. If you've been listening, if you have listened to more than 2 or 3 episodes on Spotify or Apple Music at this point, you really need to be clicking that 4 to 5 star rating. Because I've seen the stats. We have regular listeners, but you people don't want to listen to me. Why? You're listening every week. It literally takes a second before you press play. Boop.
Press the star.
Press the star. Like, please, we're begging. Please, like, if you want to see more content like this, the way we done it today from us, please let us know. We've said for a while there are some things coming in the woodworks, potential guests coming through. Like, things are going to be changing over the next year, especially as we get closer and closer to the 100 mark. So we would really appreciate it if you like let us know how we're doing. And the way to do that, the best way to do that is to use the rating system. Like and comment. It means the world to us. So don't want to chew your ear off anymore. You know, I've done my pleading for the week. Like I said, please don't forget to follow us on our new Instagram. That is where all of our content reels and stuff will be. It'll be there. That's where we're going to put most of the stuff that you don't get to see outside of the episodes. And yeah, that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, this free fall episode of us just talking. No plan, just vibes. Hope you enjoyed it.
Just vibes.
And until next week. Peace.
Boom, bang.
Just vibes.
Just vibes in the building.
Oh.